Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Hope everybody's well. Welcome to Packcast. It is the season finale. I am your host for this week. My name is Jordan Eaton. I'm the Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of Wicked Wolves Gaming. Welcome to episode 12. It is the season finale. I have a stellar lineup for you today. It is incredible. We are going to be talking about the progression of Wicked Wolves. We do it at the end of every season. I've got a really nice cast for you today. A really nice panel. These guys, we've got people from OG days, so back in 2019. We've got people from beginning of this year, end of last year, and we've got people that are relatively new. So we've got people from different times of the organization's history, and we're going to be talking about that today. We're also going to be looking at some old videos. We're going to be reacting to that, and we're going to be getting your guys' thoughts on that as well.
Good afternoon, people, and welcome to the splendid occasion of the end of season podcast. As you know, nice introduction from the Jester. I am Chris Reed, aka the Demon Viking. My role in this organization is the Vice President of IT and Recruitment. The games that I mainly like to play, of course, is For Honor, the medieval slasher game. And I'll give you a little brief how I joined the Wolves. Put it this way, my link when I was streaming was put into Facebook. Not Discord, it was Facebook. And I had about 12 Wolves come into my Facebook, which was pretty much everybody. And I get a message from Jay. You're joining, get in, that's it, you're sorted. I came as a content creator. And I just grew and grew and grew up from there. So absolutely wonderful. Love to be here and to be known as one of the OGs.
How are we? Not too bad. So I'm Jordan Charlesworth, or as everyone calls me, Chunky. I don't have a first name anymore. So I'm the competitive operations manager. I joined when it was still back on Messenger. There was no thought of Discord. Skype, we broke. So
I remember that.
Yeah. And I'm an FPS player. Always first-person shooters, CSGO, bit of Call of Duty depending. But yeah.
With a nice little dab there.
Good evening.
Ashen.
Hello, welcome. I am Ashen Lux. You know me very much as your operations manager for content. Good evening, guys. I joined the Wolves way back in just after Chunky in March, April time. So, God, it was still just Facebook. It was pretty tragic. I got a message. It was a little bit more, put together. They asked me about my socials, what I was doing, all that shebang. But then I just got a message back saying, do you want to sign the NDA and become a content creator? And I was like, hell yeah, why not? And then got put straight into a little chat, but it wasn't really a Discord. It was starting. It was becoming a Discord at that point, which again, it shows the development, I suppose. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I like to play obviously RPG games, horror games, all that, the spooky, scary skeletons. I like to scream. That's my type of games.
Just saying, you've just made two of your content creators very happy that you dabbed.
Said
it. Why did I know that was gonna happen?
You knew it was gonna happen.
Oh,
you knew it was happening.
You feral person.
How are we all doing?
Give us an introduction. Go on.
As many of you know, I'm Vision Turzer, aka Slim Creedy, aka Tom, aka the Hard Carry. I've got a lot of AKAs going on currently. I'm your competitive manager for the EU. I'm very much FPS based as well. However, we're getting into MMORPGs recently. I blame that to a lot of content creators on here because I jump in and then it gets me wanting to play them. How I joined WWG? I got scouted by Scott, aka Captain Toothless, just by playing some Apex and streaming. Which a buddy of mine, NWKB, happy birthday by the way. We both got scouted at exactly the same time. So I started in as a competitive player, and here I am now as competitive manager. So
there you go.
Onwards and upwards.
Hey guys, so you all know me. I am the girl called Jeff. I am your welfare officer. Sorry, my words got lost there. Most of you know me as Jeff or Mama Jeff. I feel like I'm the resident angry pregnant Mama Wolf in the group. I joined the Wolves. I actually got scouted technically because of my lovely boy Ash. And as I said, as Alpha said there, yeah, I was supporting in a lot of the Wolf streams, so I ended up being kind of like, is she coming in yet? Is she joining yet? Is it happening? But yeah, I'm definite for platform RPGs. Oh, look at all that love. Sorry. Or chill games at the minute. I'm playing a lot of chill games. If you've been on my stream, so yeah, something a bit different.
Tell the guys that wasn't in the organization at the time, when we first was developing, how did we operate? Chris, we'll go to you first.
Well, we operated completely different than we operate now. Structure was completely different. When I joined, we had someone leading esports. I think it was Taz at the time. He was leading the esports side, not just competitive. He was handling the content as well. We had was Josh at this point for brand? Was Josh in? So we had Zubair, who was our chief brand officer at the time. He had Josh underneath him with multiple people looking for sponsors themselves. Obviously, we had Mr. Sampson, who was still our chief operating officer and president. We had obviously Jay as the CEO. But more than anything, what was different was our requirements, how to get into the Wolves, where we were based, because we were on Facebook. It was not the best platform to host a team. I can tell you that. Instead of having these lovely little chat rooms, we had multiple group chats running. We had one for esports, we had one for brand, we had one for competitive, we had one for this, we had one for the directors, so on and so on and so on. It was a huge mess. The requirements themselves were way harder than we got now. So you had to stream for obviously 2 hours. We had 6 hours. You had to upload 2 videos now. You have to upload 4. But the difference is you had to support 10 different people a week. And you had to be
10.
It was 10. It was 10 at the start.
It was not 10.
10 at the start. Yes, it was.
It was not.
It was 10. It was 10 at the start, and it got dialed down to 4. Yes,
I'm gonna get the original handbook. I'm gonna get the original handbook now. Watch.
10.
Carry on with your
10 in Jordan's eyes. Okay, it was 4. All right, it was 4. But you had to support 4 people, which was the main thing you had to do. And we had people who supported everywhere. Me supporting. We had other people supporting. But the way that you progressed in the organization was you had to show you wanted to be here. And that's how I progressed. So I came from content creator. 2 months later, I think it was a manager of esports at that point. And then Taz went to operations. Then I became the first director of esports, overtaking Taz. And then before January, if it was before December time, that's when I kind of disappeared because of COVID. I took more time with my family. So I think, Chunk, you should take on for this one, brother. You take it over.
Before that, I've got the old handbook here.
Go on, then.
2 promo streams, 3 non-promo.
Okay, 3 then. I was close. You forget how it was 10 in your eyes, okay? It was 10 in your eyes. No, you get out.
Cross-eyed, mate.
Chunk, you take over, bro, because this is where you came in, man.
So, at this point, it was still Messenger. Not as structured as it is now. Finding documents, pain in the arse. Finding anything was a pain. You're sitting there scrolling through like 3 days worth of chat where it's finally come through on your phone because of the notifications. It was mad. And then obviously we tried to do a call on Skype. I think Skype didn't like that at all.
No.
It just completely died on everyone. It did not work. So obviously started going over to Discord. We've had about 3 Discord rebrands since then. Because George keeps breaking them.
Honestly, I heard about the Skype fiasco when I came in. First of all, it was in the Facebook chats, but I was like on the cusp. So like as a few weeks went on, the Discord had been created. So I got a chance to see the first ever Discord and stuff like that. Cause it's when I was like a really OG content creator, when I was a baby. And honestly, it was just a really weird time trying to go through that process as well, transporting yourself from just Facebook where it was like messages after messages, and then now we've got a Discord where everything's in there, and I hadn't really used Discord before, so I was like, this is like a whole new world. And it was just such a development though. And then compared to now though, we're like insane, but back then it was like magical. I was like, oh my goodness, we're away from Facebook. And the Skype thing, obviously I heard about it. I was like, I don't want to use calls again. But it was like it was really cool to have the Discord be there for when I started, and got to use that and to
I-
what it is now.
You miss fun times, that's for sure.
I still remember the first engagement I ever had with Ashen when he joined.
Oh God.
The message I got a message after Packcast asking how he got onto Packcast because he was brand new, didn't know who to go to, and he actually messaged me and was like, "I'm really sorry to bother you. I don't know who to go to, but I've watched the Packcast. I enjoy it. I want to know how I can get on it." And I was like, "I'll take your name's consideration, that sort of stuff," because I was doing everything at that point. And then 2 weeks later, he ended up on Packcast. So, and yeah.
Yeah, just literally got a gob on me. I go around messaging people.
If you don't ask, you don't get. This is, and the reason
Legit.
why I'm bringing this up is because next season we want brand new people coming onto Packcast. So this is why I'm saying, if you don't ask, you don't get. Reach out to your managers if you want to get on Packcast. More than welcome to.
Well, I've never actually used the Discord at all, so I didn't have any of the trouble you guys had, and thank the Lord for that. But I've never actually used Discord before, so coming into this organisation was the first time I've ever used Discord. Not gonna lie, it took me a few weeks to get used to it all on where stuff was, and then there was a rebranding, which I got used to everything, and then you've just kind of gone, I'm going to change it. However, it looks a lot better. It looks so much better. Big up to Chunky and Jordan on that one, spending the late hours. But yeah, in the short time I've been here, it's changed. Like obviously being a comp player, you don't see what goes on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So when I then changed onto what was regional manager, I then started to see what was going on behind the scenes, and I can tell you all now, the amount of work and dedication that gets put in behind the scenes is unbelievable. And to be part of that it's fantastic.
You don't actually realize how many things they are until you have full access to the server. It is mental. You physically have to scroll because of. And then, like, you've got all the chats going on with all the separate teams and the content creators and general, and you literally to get to managers, which is all the way at the bottom.
At the bottom,
you physically have to scroll. But yeah, we've obviously sorted that out.
So like for me, I use Discord quite a lot for like things like my Final Fantasy 14 guilds and stuff like that. So like I was right from when Ash started streaming, I was just like, what do you think you got to do? You got to get yourself a Discord server. Like get a Discord server. And he was just like, oh, we'll do it eventually. And I was just like, but I remember getting invited to a Wolves Discord before I became a Wolf. And I think it was like an unofficial one. I don't know if it was the first one, maybe. But I remember like there was loads
a public one.
Public one, yeah. I was invited to a public one, and I started to get to know people in there. And I think one of the first things I remember doing is I jumped into a promo, and it was Jerry's, and that was the first time I ever saw like Wolves en masse. And then I remember Ash asking us to be like, he was just like, right, so I've got my promo coming up, and I've got to moderate that, because I was Ash's moderator, and I was just like, oh my god, this is gonna be crazy. And I was like sat there just like, how many people are in this chat? Because I couldn't get over like how many like wolves were about and stuff like that.
Wasn't that the first record that were broken, that stream?
I think so, yeah. It was insane.
Jerry rivaled each other. He got 79 and I got 78.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was pretty insane, but I remember them being like really close together. But like one of the first things with the wolves I remember, which is definitely a development thing, is that with me seeing you coming into Ash's streams all the time, Alpha, like I could see you, and I was just like, me and Ash were out for a walk one day, and I was just like, he's got his eyes on you, like, and I kept telling him, I was just like, you know what? And then like a week later, you would come around and say, yeah, I'm a manager now, and I was just like, see, I told you, like, so seeing you jump in like people's streams and like looking for potential, like you were always doing that, and you know, it's really evident when you find someone you like that, you know, you nurture them, and it's been really good to see that.
As many of you know, Rogue Company is currently out at the moment on the beta stage, and a lot of people are wanting to play it. I do have a key. So basically, if you want the key for free, minus the 20 quid that you give me on the side, if you are sub to this channel, you are automatically entered into the giveaway. If you are not subbed, hit the subscribe button right now. It's technically not free, but it's for a good cause. If you're not already subbed,
full price.
But yeah, it's better than spending full price on a game, and you're helping the wolves out. So I beg, if you're not subbed already, please sub, and if you are, you're automatically entered. And we will give that away at the end.
All the positions that were made or taken away during the lifespan of this. We've done the structure about 5 times, I think, 4 times, until we got to where we wanted it perfectly. And I think having the structure we've got now, we wouldn't have done that in the beginning stage because we only had 2 VPs at the beginning stage. Now we got 5, which I think is helpful of spreading the load instead of having one VP handling 7 different divisions and the other guy doing 7 different divisions, and they're going, I don't know what the hell to do. So, but with the restructure, spreading the load takes more pressure off the top, takes more pressure off the brand officer, takes pressure off the president, takes pressure off the CEO, as well as we have our little minions underneath. I still call you guys minions. I don't take offense, but you are my little minions. But giving the load to your minions as well, giving you more free reign, because before you didn't have any reign. You had nothing. It was all done by the director. I did everything. And then until we started giving a little position to people we trusted, like we trust you 100% now, we wouldn't have been able to do that without the rebrand of the structure. So you came in the right time where we did it, because before you'd just be content creators still or competitive players. And you probably wouldn't still be with us. You would get bored.
I think I'm going to have to go with structure again, mate. Okay. Especially the additions to it. Like the welfare team, for example. Because I think that's what's kept a lot of members around. Because obviously, we don't know what goes on outside of Wolves and personal lives. But knowing that when you are in here and you need someone to speak to, you've got someone there ready.
Honestly, for me, as a content, like obviously ops manager, like just everything. I know that sounds really cliche, but the schedules, the structure, the way people feel and think now, like I can tell in my content creators how different it is to how when I first started as manager. Like their happiness is so much more like you can see it in their faces when they're streaming, when they're talking here in chat. They're always jumping in like calls now, and like it's just I get along with everybody so much better because we aren't feeling weird about each other. The structure's there, and we know that we're the managers, but we can get along with everybody so much like normal people. Like we're all friends, we're all mates, we're all having a good time, and I can't be prouder for team content for getting 100%. Obviously, this week I had to bring that up at least once because I'm absolutely proud of them. Bless their souls. Literally just everything the Wolves has done from the bottom to the top is like it just keeps getting better.
Well, obviously, just being in a short time and the amount of changes that have happened. The one thing that I'm most grateful for from like being in this organization is just the general community and the people that are dedicated to the Wolves themselves. I've generated a lot of friends, a lot of like long-time friends that through this. Talking to Chunky the other day, had a bit of an emotional chat with him, my man, and there's just people there that you can talk to. I was going through a little bit of a hard time. And I was saying the other welfare team was there, but I was talking to Chunky at the time. And it's just having that support everywhere that you look, whether it's a welfare team, a manager, somebody that you play with. It's nice to have within this organization because gaming can be stressful. And you're not only trying to tackle this, but then if you've got stuff going on at home and that, and sometimes you can just kind of feel too enclosed. But being able to kind of open yourself up and be able to talk to people is huge. So again, massive shout out to the welfare team and everybody that's in this organization. Because without you guys, we wouldn't be here running the way that we are doing.
I mean, you obviously know I'm going to say the welfare team. It didn't exist when I joined. It was something obviously I was really passionate about. I remember on my recruitment call saying like, "Do you do anything about mental health?" Like I was just like straight in there, like like trying to like see if I could push something in because it's something I'm really passionate about. But like there's with like other things as well with the Discord, with having that general chat, like hopping into just general and just sitting there and just waiting for someone random to join and making friends. And like so I met like Jodes and I started becoming friends with Jodes, and that was like competitive to content, and it was like starting to make friends like between like things because usually like people tend to stick to their own sides, and it's like trying to mesh them together.
And now she's in content. I wonder
That's nothing to do with me though, but still managed to make friends with like competitive players where I don't normally have much to talk to them about, but because I don't really play competitive games, I'm not very good at them. But like seeing that develop and seeing like the actual like so friendship of the group, like meld together, has been really good as well. I think for me, it was the moment that made me proud was when you opened up to us about what you went through and you showed us your side that showed everyone else that it was okay. And that was kind of like a big moment because you came out with some stuff and it was just like, wow, if he can do this, we can do this. And that was a big moment for me. That made me proud because you obviously, like I said, big.
First one was for giving the opportunity to become a manager within this organisation in the short time that I was a part of it, because I did work quite hard, and for that to be recognised with everything else that was going on was really nice. So I appreciate that one. Second one is being the hard carry for Jord in that Apex tournament. I'm still waiting on my back replacement. That is booked in for next month, hopefully. But no, seriously, to jump on that with you not having that much experience into the new seasons and the new changes, and to come top 10 and be first at halftime. Yeah, second half was a bit bad, but we won't talk about that. But to dominate the first half like we did onto a platform that I've never seen us game before, and for us to get the amount of screen time that we did on their stream, and the stuff they were talking about us was huge.
Just to jump in on that one as well, the actual VOD of us playing has been seen by 4,700 people, and we are basically half of that. And the codcasters are basically hyping our team up.
It was massive.
Honestly, I think there's like a few for me as well. I think just the idea of how we have failed in stuff in the past, but we get back up every single time and then double it and just do it 10 times better. Like that always shocks me, but also gives me a bit of like, wow, this is something that we need to stick by being for, just see this to the end. Cause it's like, we are like wolves. We get back up, work together as a pack and figure it out. And I think that is just something in itself. And to jump on with the Jeff situation as well, like just how inclusive you guys are. Like when I sat in that manager's chat and I told you all I was trans, and none of you batted an eyelid, other than questioning it, obviously, normal. But
let's be fair, that is an understatement. We was like, sorry, it's PG. I was about to take my own rules then. We literally sat there and was like, don't chat out your backside. And he's like, no, seriously, like, check the fit. We all jumped on Facebook because he put a post on Facebook, and we literally, because we did not believe him, we thought he was proper pulling our leg.
Because he was meant to be like this.
In all honesty, mate, everything. Because obviously it was a bit of a rocky start from when I joined. Everything was here, there, and everywhere. But if you look at it today compared to back then, mate, we've skyrocketed on everything.
Well, being, OG, I've been proud since day one. Ever since I've joined the org, I've been a proud member. I couldn't be more proud of now the way we've grown, because we've had ups, we've had down. We had a major down in December. To be honest with you, and I don't know if you guys knew, we nearly shut the doors. JJ nearly shut the doors. It got that bad. And it took his directors, his present CEO, and his chief brand officer to pick him up and say, listen, we're going to go through this wall. We're going to smash through it. And look at where we're at now. I couldn't be more proud of not only my CEO, but proud as being a vice president, proud as being with you guys as managers. But not only are my friends, you're my family. And I've always seen every wolf in this organization as not just my friends, but you're also my family. You're part of the pack at the end. The CEO is the alpha. You guys are all deltas, bravos, charlies, but in the end, we're all one pack. We're all one love. We're all a massive family, and I can't be more proud of every single one of you.
So a bit of a background story on that one for the people that weren't in December. In the space of 3-4 weeks, we had 54 members leave to go to other organisations. And it was a bit of a kick because obviously we were trying to support everybody. We're trying to get everybody to affiliate. We were trying to help everybody, and not a lot of people was on the terms of basically. My mum just come in and was like, "Your tea's ready." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm on Packcast." No, but it was a case of we were trying to support everybody, and if we asked for something, they wouldn't share on like posts on socials. You know what I mean? It was all about me. And it was a case of it was very selfish, and it really took it toll on the team. now looking at the team that we have now and how supportive and how engaging people have, yes, fair enough, we can be a little bit hard sometimes when productivity is not being met, but we have to. We need to make sure that this organisation is being productive. And it was coming to a case in December. I turned around and said, listen, if nothing improves in January, I am closing the doors. I've had enough. I'm physically walking away. And I'm proud of the managers and directors at the time, past and present, that literally was pushing for this organisation to be the best. And I can safely say that we are nearly achieving that. And I want to thank everybody, all managers, all directors, past and present. You have done some phenomenal work. So thank you very much.
Wow.
I still have that bag to this day. It's behind me over there.
I've still got the bag. Like, this is what I'm saying. ID Gaming actually have phenomenal stuff.
It's really nice.
There you go. And on that note, just a heads up, guys. On the 6th, we will be launching some brand new mouse pads, some extenders, and some smaller ones as well. So keep your eye out on the websites for that. But we will be launching some new ones very, very soon. Very, very interesting. I'm going to show you. I'm going to pick the video now. I'm going to see if you guys recognize this. It's probably one of my favorite videos of all time. Like,
Why does Chunky look like he knows what it is?
Carrot cake.
Oh no.
Here we have the wild.
This is how old this is.
It's mad.
We, the Wicked Wolves, are no exception.
Ash,
Whatever the terrain,
Mr. Carrot Head.
and focus. Any new game is
Me?
just another hunting ground we can master.
Oh, look at you.
I wish you'd have played like that when we had that tournament.
And oh,
Cracking voice by Zuba.
Just the
we can wolves cease to join.
this bit.
We are the wolves.
We are the wolves.
And oh, we are wicked.
God, big props to Zuba for that one, man.
Yeah, incredible, absolutely incredible. But obviously that was the January trailer. So obviously we had a few weeks off in December. Come back on January, we had a brand new logo. Like, does anybody actually remember the old logo?
Yes.
I've never seen it. What is it?
I know what it looks
I
like.
think I've actually been shown it, but I don't think I've.
It's so bad.
I've not seen it.
You never seen our old logo?
It's
I wanna
special.
Go away.
People still say it's actually our best logo. I don't know why.
Hey guys, my name's
Oh my God.
Oh, God, listen to the voice.
Cringe.
There it is.
Oh,
There
yeah.
it is.
Look at that crock of crap.
That little puppy.
That is a puppy.
Little puppy.
That's it.
It sounds like a puppy.
A little puppy. I had to have that logo on my stream.
Oh man. Oh man. So bad. Takes the trade. Wins the trade. This bit. Finishes the kill.
You need a man pack.
She just walks straight past like, oh yeah, sorry, I'm just going resin.
That's
See you in a
so
bit.
good.
Can't that happen in our games?
Oh, no.
That was pretty good clip, like.
It's completely oblivious to what's going on around them.
Does
Some
anybody
people
know
play
what?
games like that.
Does anybody know the nickname of that wolf in the video? Does anybody remember?
Which one is it?
We nicknamed him. That wolf doing the howl.
Well,
If
it's
you
the
remember-
blue- if it's the blue one, it's Luna.
Nope. This was before Luna.
Did I get you?
Yeah, no, you didn't get it.
Oh shit.
You do it in my butt, in my butt. When you do it in my butt, in my butt. Do it in my butt. in my
Deadly, do we need to have a chat?
I thought this was a PG show.
I know.
butt.
No, please. No, no!
Nice practice.
Oh, I love this one. Two.
We've got
3.
I feel like bows are superior in RPG games. They're just so superior.
5. Oh, we need shotgun for this dude.
The sheer brutality of this moment.
Unfortunate.
Sit down.
Can you imagine being the last guy?
5 bow headshots in a row. Like, fucking hell. Sorry.
In a little bit, like, literally.
Okay.
God.
Oh, here we go. I'm gonna hide now.
I know how hard this is.
It was so bad.
Just hang out in shame.
I was not close. Barney's, don't even joke. It wasn't the first or the last time I failed that jump either.
My part.
Well, favourite overall of all
Easily talk about gaming law. Easily.
gaming law. Okay.
Gaming law. Easily.
Jeff's sad because she couldn't attend that one.
I was so ill. I thought I could not have talked about law for only 15 minutes. It's impossible.
Mate, honestly, same, because I was doing my Dragon Age section. I told you about it, didn't I, Jeff? I did 1 and 2, and then my favourite game is 3, and I didn't get a chance to talk about it because I didn't get there.
Well, when I was still fine and well, I sent Jordan a picture of like all my encyclopedias for Final Fantasy 14, and it's like this much worth of like giant books, and I was just like, 15 minutes?
There's just not enough
Are
time.
you joking?
Yeah, I remember that, and I was just like, "What do you want me to do?" And she's like,
Give me a whole hour.
Packcast.
Give me a whole hour just to myself.
And I was just like,
Literally,
this is what was saying about the angry pregnant lady, because she tells all the directors off. The first engagement she has with Josh Edwards, she shouts at him. Like,
it was during my stream, I think. It was
No, it
tragic.
wasn't. It was it was Psycho Jesters. It was when
Oh,
you
was
were
it?
all sitting playing League, I want to say.
Yes, we were.
And
Yeah, we were.
you were sitting in general, and Jerry was narrating. He wasn't actually playing with you, he was just narrating, and he egged us. He's saying like, "Oh, is she gonna come and tell him off?" And I was just like, "You're damn right, I'm gonna come and tell him off." And I jumped in.
I think my favorite podcast was probably the mental health and LGBT one. Even though I had my absolutely fail entrance, it's because I thought there was going to be a video.
Can we watch that?
Honestly, it's tragic.
Have we got it? I've got
it. I do have it. Jeff,
it was terrible.
Jeff, your take on the season?
Obviously, I really enjoyed the mental health one because obviously it was really good for the mental health inclusion. But aside from that one, I think the game show was a really good one. Because like that one was just so like different, and watching Bearded try to describe all these video games badly was like brilliant. Like, but yeah, that one was probably a good one. I'd like to see that one again.
You know what?
You're wearing the same shirt.
It's different. How dare you?
You know the outer
Hello.
shirt.
Hello.
Oh yeah. I'm just like listen. I'm there.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, hello. So we are live. Cool. My bad.
I was literally
gonna be something there.
I was literally sat behind the screen like, Ashen, we're live. I was like, shit, he can't hear me. What do I do? Who's co-host? Cameron. Go and say hello to him. No, you're not having the same answer. Like, let's have a different answer.
I said the game show.
Yeah.
This is what you get when you have 2 hours sleep, people.
You got sidetracked.
Why do you went for a pre-podcast nap?
I say sleep is for the weak. Work says sleep is for the sensible people. But anyway, guys.
Naps are good for everyone.
RIP, yeah. Chico. So
giveaway time.
All the people that have subbed and gifted subs and who they've gifted to.
Do you want a drum roll?
Just gonna check there is nothing.
So I can get my Alexa to do it.
Yep, do the drum roll.
Alexa, give me a drum roll.
Okay.
Hey! Did you actually hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, it's gone. It's gone.
And the winner is Beardly Son.
Beardly
The win. Obviously, he did sub and he gifted a sub as well. Well done, Beardly Son. Drop myself or Chris a message, and we will give you the code, the access beta code to Row Company. But well done, guys.